We now turn to the making versus allowing distinction. Making versus allowing is essentially making is what you cause to occur, and allowing is what occurs, but not through your actions, but rather through your failure to act. An example of this, I think like sometimes you have an example of lies of omission and commission. Some people maybe have heard the difference. Like a lie of commission is where you just straight out lie to somebody. They say, your mom comes to you and says, "Hey, what were you? Did you hang out with Sarah yesterday?" You know you're not supposed to hang out with Sarah, and you go, "No, I didn't hang out with Sarah," even though you know you did, right? And a lie of commission, that's a lie of commission where you're actually committing the lie. That's an action. You're actively doing it. Allowing is where you fail to correct it. A lie of omission, where you just omit the fact. Like your mom says, "What'd you do last night?" And you say, "We went here, we played cards, we went to a movie, we did this, this, this," and you leave out completely that Sarah was there, or you leave out completely you went over to Sarah's house. That would be a lie of omission because you simply omitted that fact. And making and allowing is sort of along that line. Making is what you actually cause to occur, what you go out and say, "Hey, this is what I did," and allowing is what you actually just fail to correct. Making, an example of making is like, for example, you push somebody down. That would be making. I was just talking to my neighbor a little bit ago, and and he's an older gentleman and recently had brain surgery, has brain cancer, and he was standing on my patio, and I got some pumpkins lined up along it, and as he was turning around, I said, "Watch out for the pumpkins," because I didn't want him to trip over him, and he did, and he walked around him, and he went on out, and but anyway, but the whole point though is it would be a little bit of allowing him to fall if I saw the pumpkins there and thought, well, I won't say anything, I'll see if he falls. Like that would be allowing him to fall. I didn't make him fall. I just didn't do anything to stop it. Now, for a utilitarian, they don't see a distinction. It's the consequences that matter. If I could have stopped somebody from falling, if I could have stopped somebody from dying, because I could have called the police and stopped the murder or something, I could have said, alerted people to some problem, that I am just as guilty as if I went out and did it myself. If I didn't stop it, it's the consequences that matter. And if I could have taken action, or my failure to take action results in somebody having something bad happen, I am as guilty as if I did it myself. Utilitarians differ from Kant and the deontological ethicists, because the deontological ethicists say, well, no, that's not the same thing. You are really only responsible for what you make occur. Your responsibility is to do certain things, to behave, to perform a duty. And if you don't perform that duty, whatever. I guess one thing I maybe didn't mention completely is, duty ethics is what Kant is. It's the idea that you have certain actions you're bound to perform, and they're your duty to do. You have a duty to do them. Do you have a duty to do things for which, no. Your only responsibility is to do the right thing. It's not to be worried about what the consequences are. Your responsibility is to do your duty. It's not to worry about all the possible consequences. You're only responsible for doing your duty and what you caused to occur.